only in the case of the approval process. Okay, and yes, so the next we have is, let's consider the hold documents or something else. Let's see what else we have to cover. Yeah, recurring documents, sample documents, of course we have. Okay, I'm just checking what to consider. So shall I take up sample document or anything to discuss in the meantime? Let us see. Yeah, there is nothing. Let's create the sample document. Let us create a sample document. Okay, so creation of a sample document path for this is easy access, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, reference documents, and recurring documents. FBD1. Just select the same thing. Select FBD1, sorry, F dash 01, F dash 01, which is nothing but sample document. Okay, so select the document date, document type, company code. Our company code is 1248, posting date, and enter the currency. Our currency is USD 40. Let's create, I will create few GLs today. Okay, 5,20,000, and just enter something 12,500. Enter some cost center. Okay, so I'll just say testing 50, select some bank account. So I'm entering in the similar way. Again, the same problem, the same problem. Let me go there and tolerance groups, assign tolerance groups to the user. So I'll be posting it from the beginning again. I'm going into F-01 again. Okay, selecting the dates and everything. Okay, 50 credit bank account, putting the same amount. I'm just entering some text. Okay, so now you just, the document, if you go to the document, you don't have an option to select simulate. You don't have an option to select simulate. You have an option to post it. It is just a sample document. It requires it, this document number, and it does not get stored in our financial accounts. Now, let me open the report FBL3N, and if you see over here 5,20,000, 5,20,000. Okay, I'm selecting here parked items, noted items. Just execute. Still, this problem is with the system. We can go into FBL3N or FAGLL03. FAGLL03. Right. If you see over here, you see all the documents, right? You see all the document, but we are not finding the document what we have selected, what we have posted just now. It is just a sample document. What is the importance of sample document? There are certain transactions which we post very frequently, many transactions in a day, or many transactions in a week, or in a month. We might have to post similar kind of transactions multiple times. Let's say we have office and we have a contract with the tea vendor. He comes in the morning, serves the tea to all our employees. Again, he comes in the evening, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Again, he serves. Again, in evening, 5 o'clock, he comes and serves the tea. So what happens in this case is we all the time we are paying the amount. It does not mean that we will be accounting each and every transaction and paying the amount at the end of the month. We will be paying the amount regularly, very frequently, right? So instead of calling up debit account, credit account multiple times and posting all these transactions manually, what I will do, I will create one sample document. I'll call for that sample document and I'll post it. So we have seen the park document. In the case of park documents, once a document is parked and once we call the park document and post it, again we will not be able to see. I'll just show you. Yesterday we have seen. Okay, I'm just removing the normal item and execute. I would not be able to see anything, any parked items. We don't have any parked items. Okay, so it means once I post a transaction, once I post a park document, we'll not be able to see that particular document again. Okay, so but whereas sample document, the difference, the difference between park document and sample document, we can call the sample document as many times as we want and we can post. Okay, that's a sample. It means we are creating one document and we will be calling as and when it is required. Okay, that's about the sample document. We have posted the sample document. Let us see now. Change change sample document. Path for this is easy access, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger document, reference document, sample documents, and FBM2 change. So if at all you want to change the sample document, you have an option to do this. Okay, I'm selecting the document number, company code, and just fiscal year, presenter. It is always better to give a fiscal year because if you have multiple sample documents in different years, then I mean this document number is normally we will maintain yearly, right? If you have one document number in the previous, again if you are calling it in the second time, then system will have a confusion, it gives both of them. So to avoid that, it is always better to give fiscal year so that system will trigger the relevant transaction. Okay, and just enter and sample document. Since it is a change, we have an option to change the amount also here. Okay, we got the entry. Just double click on that. See, you have an option to change the amount also here. Because this transaction is not posted, this document number is just for a sample purpose. It is just for a sample purpose. Okay, so 12,500, if I want, I can change it. If I want, I can change the cost center. I can do whatever I want. Okay, next line item. You can do the same thing even in the case of second line item. So if you want, you can make some changes here. Just save it. The sample document gets updated automatically back. This is for display. If you want, you can delete using F-57. Okay. Now, how to pose this transaction? Okay. Go into document entry, select F-02. I'm selecting F-02. I've created the sample document using a particular date. It does not mean that it has to trigger the same date. You can take a different date as well. Okay, so I'm posting the same transaction, selecting the document date, document type, company code, posting date, period. Of course, period comes automatically currency. Now, on the top, you have one option called post with reference. Just select the same thing. Just select the same thing. Now you have an option 92 all zeros. You have an option to enter document number, company code, fiscal year, and do you want to generate inverse posting, enter GL accounts? Do you want to change the GL accounts or don't propose amounts? If you say don't propose amounts, it means you will have to enter the amounts, right? Display line items, if you select that. Copy text, you want the text, the same text you want to consider even in this transaction, or you want to have your own text. Whatever you want, you can just select all of them. Okay, don't propose amount. If you say this thing, you will not be able to enter any amount. So just I'm entering now. You see, now here you have an option to change the account. If you want, you can change the account. And the in the case of amount, since we have mentioned don't propose, right? Okay, so don't propose, it means the amount is not being appeared. Okay, so you can make some amount here. Just enter. Again, account is there. You can see the account here. Press enter. You will have, so far we have seen the 40 and now we are looking into the 50. Just star. Okay, that's it. And just save. And if you want, just double click here. Again, you can make that. Okay, next line item. Yes, save it. So system will post this document. Okay, now see. the document number posted. So we got another document number, and just we can go into FBL3 and we can check the document number. Okay, we can see the document number now. Okay, just execute now. We can see here 1,07,100,17 amount is this. Now on the same day, if I want to post another transaction, I can post. So again, I'm going into F-02, post with reference, select the same date, and you can call for it now. And I'm just saying generate inverse posting, copy text. Okay. Now if you see over here, just enter, you have everything, and that's it. Okay. Just save it. One all zeros 18. So you can call the document as many times as you want. Okay. And you can post, you will have a number, a different number altogether. Okay. That is the purpose of the sample document. You need to have this option, post with reference. I don't think we have it in FB50. So I don't think we have in FB50. Let's see. I don't remember. So if you have that option, you can use post with reference. It is not there, you see. Okay. So we will have to use F-02. I don't think even in FB01. Yes, we have FB01. We have the option in FB01. Okay. So this is what basically the sample document. Okay. Back. So these days you will not find any client using all this, because we have all programs, right? So you will have list of transactions, right? And just the client wants a program, and the program will pick up this file and execute. Once the transaction is executed, the document gets updated. So no, these days, if you see your client always wants the automation process. They don't want someone to post all these transactions manually. So normally you don't find all these kind of transactions in our implementations. We used to have these in early 2000s. Right. This is about reference document. I mean the sample document. Now let's see the hold document. I'm using the same transaction F-02, just selecting. Of course, we have seen already, right? FBL3 will FBL3 and will have all these updates. Okay. Right. Next, hold document. Select the document, all company code 1248 and currency going to be USD. Okay, select posting key and expenditure account. Field reference is required. Okay, I'm just saying 17,500 as an expenditure. Expenditure requires a cost center, and text, just put some text, credit 50, debit, credit GL bank account. Put the same amount here. Okay. And go to document. If you see over here, other documents simulate, you can see simulate, post, park, and you have an option called hold. When do we use this hold document? We have seen park document is used in the case of approval. And second thing is the sample document. When you have transactions happening very frequently, so you will be creating one sample document, you'll be calling the sample document, you'll be posting the transaction. So you can use as many times as you want, and you have an option to change the amount, you have an option to change the text, you have an option to change the cost center, you have an option everything to change. Okay, so based on the amount of the particular transaction, you will be calling and you will be posting the transaction. Mm. So you'll be calling and posting the transaction. So that is what basically, this thing is. What is that? The sample document. And how about, the hold document? Hold document is to post. Suppose a transaction is there and we are not sure about that particular transaction, we really don't know the purpose of the transaction. So I'll tell you one example. Managing director came to us, you are the accountant, managing director came to you and asked for 10,000, and you have given him 10,000, and you don't know the reason for that 10,000, whether whether this is for an expenditure or something else. You're not sure about it. So probably after a day or two, the managing director will come and give you that information. And in the meantime, you need to post this transaction, because if you forget, then that's going to be a problem from your end. So in order to keep this transaction, if you post a transaction in SAP, that gets updated in accounts, and a lot of things are there. Again, if you want to change, you will have to reverse the document and post the original document. I mean, the actual transaction, once you have some information from your managing director. So to avoid that kind of confusion, what we will do is we will post this document as a hold document. I'm holding the document for some time. Okay, as soon as I have some information, I can call for the document and I can post the document. Okay, so now this option is that just select hold. You will have a document number that's called hold document. Yes, it is called a temporary document number. It means you are giving some number to this. Now I'm just putting some number. The moment I select here hold, you can see the message here. If you can see now, yes, hold document. So document number 1001 was held. It is just a temporary document. It is just a temporary document. Now you see the importance of this thing. FBL3N. Let me select all of them here and GL account, company code, and just executing. If you see over here in the list of documents, in the list of line items, the list of transactions, if you see the list of transactions, right? If you see the list of transaction, you don't see the temporary document number. I mean the hold document number. You don't have an option here. Okay, but there is a report. I don't remember exactly the T code, but there is a report you can find there. Okay, so the layout. I think I have explained about this layout, right? Did I explain the layout? It means once you execute here, if you want to change, you can change it, change the layout, and you can save your own layout using this. Okay, 1 second. Let me just give you that and we'll go back to the posting. Suppose I want the layout in my own way. I just want, the posting date. Firstly, I'm just entering this, selecting onto the left side, and I want company code also. I'm assigning, just copy it. This is what my layout. I want this layout. So select the save layout, and a slash is required, slash SAP. And if you want to use for your purpose, then select user specific. If you don't select that, everyone can use this. I'll say layout, enter. That's layout saved. When you go back, and you can see here, you can see it from here, z slash ZSAP. And what is the maximum number of records? If I just say 5, you can able to see only 5 records. You can see only 5 records. Okay, back. Now, one thing I just wanted to say over here in FBL3M, we have seen normal items and we have also seen the parked items. What is this noted item? What is this noted item? Noted items are those items which will not have any debit and credit entries. I'll just give an example. Basically, the noted item comes into picture in the case of down payments. I mean advances to vendors or customers. Okay, only in such case, only down payment request case, the noted item will come into picture. What is down payment request? Before making a down payment, if a request is raised, that's called down payment request. When you have a document for down payment request, as I said, in this case, you will never have a journal entry. I mean, debit and credit, you will have only one line item. You will never have two line items. So you will have only one item. So that is the reason why we will call it as noted item. So for a request, you will not have a finance implication. It means you will not have a journal entry for any request. So those items are considered as noted items. We will discuss them very clearly during our APAR process. Okay, so normal item we have seen, parked item we have seen. We will see cleared items and all items during our vendor customer transactions. You will understand that more clearly. Okay, so we have seen the hold document, right? We have posted a transaction hold document. I think we have one report. I'm not sure the what do you call the T code, but anyways, that is not that much important. Okay, I'll pick that up and I'll give you that information too. Okay, so we have posted one hold document, and how can I call the hold document and post the transaction using this f-02? We can do it in from FB50 also. So go into f-02, take the details, okay, and on the document you have the option, okay, you have one no, here we have, just select this held document, select this held document, and you need to remember that document number. So while entering the while posting the hold document, you give one number, right? See, FB11 is the report. So 1001, and if you don't know the document number, just you can select it from here, document list. Select the document list. I'll just figure that out, the whole document. It will be somewhere here only. Okay, I think someone has posted. There is something else. Okay, so this is us. Just double click on that. It will take you to the same place. That's it. And if you want, double click on that. You have an option to change. And for the second line item, again, you have an option. If you're fine with all these things, just post it. Document number was posted. Now, when you go back and if you select FBL3N or FAGLLO3 and I'm just executing maximum file line items. I'm sorry, 1 second. Let me change that. Just execute. You can see all the documents. This is the one that we have posted just now. Okay, this is the one what we have posted just now. Back. Now we can see this whole document sometime or here only. Let's see in the document. Okay, I will figure that out. I'll figure that out. And if you go back to that document, let's see. There is a report for it, but I'm not finding. Now, the important point, what I wanted to say now here is, if you go back and try to check the hold document, you will not find, because we have already called that and posted a transaction. So you will not find that. Okay, I'm not sure where exactly that one is. I'll figure that out. Okay, let's see. Let us go back to that and see held document. I'm just selecting held document. Okay, just selecting the document list. If I select the document list, I won't be able to see now. I won't be able to see now. It means the whole document is posted and you will not be able to see that back again. The, the number what we have provided is just like a temporary document number, and you will not find that document again. Clear? Any questions? Okay, so the other,
So,
yeah.
Nanda,
Mhm.
the whole documents and also the park documents. So, what are the difference between these two? So, park document does have a document number, right? But the whole document does not have internal number range.
Yes, I mean
And all,
we are holding that. That's it. Okay, for some reason we don't know the transaction, but I want to keep a track in the SAP system. So for that purpose, we will be keeping the transaction in hold. So the hold document, once you call the hold document and post the transaction, you will not be able to see that. Basically, the hold document is used only when you don't have a clear instruction or clear information about the transaction.
Okay, so that means you can always delete it. If you don't want to continue with that whole
Yes,
documents, you
yes,
can delete it. Whereas
yes.
in a part document, you cannot delete it, right?
We can delete. We can delete the part document. I mean, not exactly the deletion. We have an option. I think we can delete the part document because it's not posted it, right?
Because
We have an option to delete.
it is considered as an accounting document, right? In a park document, because it
But still,
generals.
you have an option. You have an option to delete that POC document, right? You see here, FBV0 post
Mhm,
and delete.
mhm,
It is just a park document and you will not be able to see them in the normal items. I mean, if you select over here in FBL3N, you will not be finding that in the normal items. You will be finding them in the parked items only.
mhm.
So the parked items can be deleted. The sample documents can be deleted. The hold documents can be deleted. Recurring documents can be deleted. But the normal items cannot be deleted. You
Okay,
have an option to reverse.
okay,
Okay. So that's the main, the difference among these. Now, let's see the recurring documents. What are recurring documents? Recurring documents are those documents which happen at a specific interval. It means there should be a specific date. We cannot say that first week of first Monday in a month or first Tuesday in a month. We cannot say that. There should be a date for that. Of course, if you want, we can make in that also first Monday or second Monday, second Friday. You can keep that also, but you need to know the date of the recurring transaction, recurring document. So what exactly this means? When do we use this recurring document? There are certain transactions which business has to post right on the specific date. Let's say on first of every month, business will make the salaries. On first of every month, business makes the rental payment. On first of every month, the electricity bill will be paid. So it means there are certain transactions which business has to do on that specific date. So it does not mean to have one transaction in a month. We can have multiple transactions in a month, but those records are to be maintained as part of recurring documents. Let's say you have some transactions on first, some transactions on 10th, some transactions on 18th, or maybe salaries. If I talk about salaries, we will pay on first of every month and on 16th of every month. It means this transaction is happening in two times in that particular month. Okay, so based on the date, based on the type of transactions, we can create as many as recurring documents as we want. But the important condition in this case is as so let's say I'm just giving an example. We are in the month of July, so we are close to July, right? So first of August, let's say I have created a recurring document on first of August, 15th of August, 1st September, 15th September, 1st October, 15th October. Let's say like that I have created my recurring document. Now, I did not run the transaction on 1st of August, but I want to run for 15th August transaction, the recurring transaction. It means I want to pay salaries on 15th and I don't want to pay on 1st of August. I want to pay rent on 15th, but the rent which I supposed to pay on first, I don't want to run that transaction at all. Now the problem with the recurring document is until unless you complete the previous one, you would not be able to do the next one. It means system will not allow you to run until unless you complete the first one. System will not allow you to run the second one, or system will not run you uh, system will not allow you to run third one until unless you finish first and second. So the recurring documents have to be in the sequential order. We have to go in the sequential way. Any questions here? Suppose on 1st of August, I forgot to run this recurring document. On 15th of August, I realized when I try to post 15th of August, system will not allow me to post the transaction because I did not run first. So I can run for 1st August transaction first, then I will have to run the 15th August transaction. I can run that. I can run on a particular day, I can run preceding 5, 10 transactions. But until unless we complete them, system will not allow me to do this, the current one. That's the condition we have in the case of recurring document. Whereas in the case of work document, hold document, or sample document, there is no such condition at all. You can call the transaction and you can post as many times as you want in the case of sample. So there is no condition of date to be considered, month to be considered, or sequence to be considered. But in the recurring documents, this is the main condition. And
So what happened? Suppose if you forget, to make the payment, on particular date,
mhm,
so that means you cannot, execute the next one.
correct. That's what I just mentioned.
No, you
So
mentioned it.
on
So
that particular
in that case, what happens? Do we need to just, delete that previous one?
No, 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 no. We will have to run the first one, then we will have to run the current one. The preceding ones have to be executed prior to the current one. So we have created a recurring document on 1st of August, 15th of August, 1st September, 15th September, 1st October, 15th October, let us assume. But I did not run August, September, and October 1st also. Now I'm on 15th of October. If I want to run the recurring document on 15th, it is mandatory to complete 1st August, 15th August, 1st September, 15th September, and 1st October also. Then the system will allow you to run 15th October. You cannot delete that at all. If you want, you can delete the complete recurring document, but you cannot delete the particular cycle. Okay. So this needs a configuration. The recurring document requires some configuration. We will see that tomorrow and we will finish this. Then after that, we will see some cost center related reports. And after that, we will see foreign currency revaluation, all other stuff. Any questions?
No.
Okay, so thanks